What's up, guys? Welcome back to Boost Brothers Garage. In today's episode, we are gonna do a little experiment. I have a ton of greasy parts to clean on my wide body car so that I can start refinishing them. Typically, I would use foaming engine degreaser. It's what I've always done in the past. I usually take them to a car wash, don't tell anyone, and spray them down there, degrease them, whatever. Not the most legal thing in the world, and it's also a ton of work, and you end up getting filthy, you get sprayed with grease. So this time around, I bought a steamer. I read an article somewhere, someone was using it on car parts, and it seemed to work really well. So I wanted to give it a shot, and I figured you guys might want to see it too. Alright guys, so before we dive too far into this video, I want to show you around the shop. Zach and I spent the last weekend, well, we spent Saturday night until 4 a.m. completely revamping the shop, and it looks a lot better. Over here, we got rid of all the stuff along this wall. We got rid of the big rack of parts, put my toolbox here, added a workbench there, really just cleaned out this entire work area. Thomas's area hasn't changed much. He actually is working from his home garage right now, working on the 911. Ooh, look, we got the Cayman out of its hole. That means that we're actually gonna do some projects soon. These are all 944 parts I'm selling, which these are all sold. These are not quite sold, but they will be. This is all organized. We got welding stuff over there, compressor, blast cabinet, just so much more room to work. We moved our lounging area over here. We've got all our engines right here. So Thomas's 914 engine, one of Thomas's GTI engines, and then we've got my 944 hybrid stroker here, which for those of you that haven't seen it, it is a thing of beauty. We got the race car hibernating until next season. The 914, which I showed you guys in last week's video, completely redid this whole closet area. This is all camera gear. This is all track stuff. That's all cleaning and miscellaneous tools that we don't use that often. And then in the back of the shop here, we got all my 914 body panels. And then we've got two racks, or two rows of racking here. So all this is Cayman stuff. We got interior pieces. We got the turbo kit for the 3.8. We got the engine case halves, the heads, all ready to be assembled. And then this side is all 914 parts. We've got an extra set of 3-piece wheels, interior parts, suspension parts. This is all engine stuff. So there's my turbo, the intake. We got my wheels up there, 2 of which are built, 2 need built, extra roll cage, all sorts of goodies. All right, to start, this is a McCullough steamer. This is not a sponsored video. I paid for it with my own money. Bought it off Amazon, just like I buy everything else. And I don't really know much about it. I know you put water in it and it makes steam and it comes out of this tip. There's all these different attachments you can put on it. But this one has bristles, a little brush, so we should be able to steam and scrape at the same time, which I think will work really well. So we're gonna put that against the foaming engine degreaser. And basically it's gonna take some masking tape. We are gonna be using this engine crossmember, which is absolutely disgusting. It has got over 100,000 miles of leaking oil and power steering fluid and road grime and everything else on it. If either of these can clean this up, then I shouldn't have any other issues with all my other parts. So I'm gonna fire this thing up, flip the switch, and apparently it takes 2 to 5 minutes to heat up, and then a little light will come on. As soon as that happens, we're gonna start testing. While the steamer's heating up, I guess it's only fair to go ahead and spray the engine degreaser on and let it start doing its job. Hopefully I don't completely cover this wall with grease and shit. Steamer side, degreaser side. You can already see stuff coming off. This stuff does a really good job. It's just a little messy. So, steamer's still preheating. Be right back. A funny thing happened here. I pressed record and I started using the steamer and my camera didn't record, which is pretty awesome. It's kind of just how my day's going. And then I looked and I had a hole in my glove, so now I got grease all over my hands. Anyway, so far steamer's working well, but it's not a very fair test if I don't show you exactly what it's doing. So I'm gonna flip this thing over and we're gonna do it again. This thing is awesome! As you can see, it kind of just turns everything into liquid. And you can just start wiping off. Now, granted, if I took a little brake cleaner or some other sort of degreaser and did a final wipe down, it would look even better. I'll do that real quick. This is just soapy water. We already have a pretty damn clean part. I'm gonna flip it back over. And this engine degreaser has just been soaking for, I don't know, 5-10 minutes maybe. Let's see what we can't do with it. What about where I don't scrub? Definitely doesn't work as well there. Foaming engine degreaser, wire brush, steamer, both washed off with soap and water. Pretty similar results. Less mess with the steamer. I'm gonna keep going. For minimal effort thus far, this thing is looking pretty solid. Obviously, I've got a ton of work to do, and this is just a drop in the bucket compared to everything else that's going on the car. But I think I really like the steamer so far. It looks like it doesn't matter which way you slice this, it is a filthy, filthy job. So if I had to choose, which way would I go? Well, I think that they both perform in a pretty similar manner. I think either way, if you can pressure wash the part afterwards, you're going to get the best results. I was hoping to not have to do that with the steamer, so that's a little bit disappointing. You could also just throw it in a parts washer afterwards. Unfortunately, the parts washer I have is only this big. It's a tabletop model. It's not one of the full-size guys. So I would say if you have one project, just use foaming engine degreaser. If it's something you're gonna use over and over again, definitely get the steamer. But the other thing that goes with the steamer is it comes with multiple different attachments. And you can steam your house carpet, your car carpet, you can steam all sorts of stuff with it. It is a multi-use tool and you're gonna get more use out of it than just cleaning gunky car parts. And for that, it does do a good job. Plus, I mean, it's really badass. Like this, it's way cooler than this. I mean, honestly, it's a lot of fun to play with. I don't know. I feel like this this video may not be that beneficial, which is unfortunate because I thought it was going to be pretty cut and dry. But I mean, all I can do is tell you my honest thoughts. And well, like I said, if you got multiple projects, go this route. If you've got one, this stuff's tough to beat. It's cheap. I got this for $2.50 a can. I bought 6 cans. Until next time, I'm gonna be putting both of these to use, and I'm gonna be cleaning up all my parts so that I can start painting them, putting in new soft goods, bushings, etc. I've got to get the underside of the car recoated. It's gonna be a ton of work, a ton of boring stuff that you guys probably don't want to see. So yeah, I gotta get to work. See you next time.